to the gut. Not curious of your lunch through numerous pollock sprays and blood upon concrete. Rorschach finds it humorous, is modded up beyond belief. No mean feat, that dude was on LSD, heaps believe. My life's a majestic theatre, me's on the scene. At 15, my best dreams rejected me to Britney Spears undies. Whitney clear on speakers, witness unspeakable deeds. After the third time, slip and slide. Britain and I, flipping right in a Dodge flight to the beach. Not by what I should preach, but it's evident I'm heaven sent. Like nudity on SBS, not raring to be a parent. It's apparent I'm dismissive when your missus sidles near and whispers to my left ear. With this habitude, mister, you'll conceive this year. With my attitude, sister, best I receive from worst fear. The isolation of this island is fine by me. Gives me the time and space to incubate ideas. Isolation of this island is fine by me. Gives me the time and space to incubate ideas. Nug Chompah.
As I scan the land through bush to jacaranda, my handsome nostrils spill Costa bush dolls of fog at random. I'm on a tangent, signal noise shush these answers. I struggle to push this pedal bike with no handles. The saline sent sailing up nasal, sent me pale and awash with details of the days I've washed up and derailed. Yeah, I wasn't used to failure. Your kick abused me in the damn rooster teeth. Now team me to a cinema seat. My fingers are weak, sinister force of scripting eyelids. Eyes wide, smile big, then thinking cap grim. I'm thunderstruck, stupid. A jar of Manuka honey, directing the hype could heal my future. Yeah, I get too caught up in the minutia. Rush to apply this herbal suture. This nervous human thermal burn, intercept the stuff of caduceus. And I'm infected. 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 Wrapped up inside rubbery jacket, rejected. And I'm infected. Wrapped up inside rubbery jacket, rejected. Fact check, blubbery, kinda hack it, expected. Flathead, stumbling through subjects, dejected. And I'm infected. Wrapped up inside rubbery jacket, rejected. Fact check, blubbery, kinda hack it, expected. Flathead, stumbling through subjects, dejected. Packed and dead, up to brain's dead. When my brain pumpkin gnashes through my fashion, my neck will loose and my bowels too, with a nasty bite to boot. I was shadow boxing who, nothing to punch but my dysfunctional trombone, much maligned. Was hunched, all grown bone, I've just stopped trying. Flop and drop kick, I fled to drum kit. Knocked up the jungle rhythm quick, humble crest like a laugh line.
Don't write a history of us. The needful thing is to fight and kill them. Give me a battery of Schneider mountain guns and machine guns and I will finish this off for you. We talk and do nothing.
The devil's teat monologues, pages moist, I've got it going on. My woman love I never had, no matter, my wife is the baddest. Sure as the tide is rising, and sure as I spit on it, the clear to ride is clapping, let's keep cracking as lightning flashes. Unpredictable, diction cool, skipping school, resisting teacher shit. That learning fed through ridicule, encouraging suffering. My suffrage millennials, sculpturing cools, breaking rules, still burning fossil fuels. Yeah, praying at the vestibule. I question if you eat your vegetables. Table veggie eaters over 9,000 bald eagles screeching, circling the steeple, crying out for evil. Praying at the vestibule. I question if you eat your vegetables. Table veggie eaters over 9,000 bald eagles screeching, circling the steeple, crying out for rivers of mercury certainly curb a fervent need to run amok internally. I quivered nervously, spelunkers prepare to plunder, prepare to rend stokes asunder for their own greed. Thoughts and prayers to ticket tape sanctify the bottom line. My third place an empty cafe, my fourth an awkward silence. Arctic apex trapped in cages, every fifth pace face the violence. Sanction filled with rage at a 6th straight staycation. 7 wages of sin adjusted for inflation. It costs more to exist than you'll ever be making. Paradise cost index 8 tips is infinite. Clap hard enough, you can make it rain. It's hard to shift blame, we all mask our pain in different ways. My fave, yeah, shrooms on a sunny day. My fave, yeah, we all mask our pain in different ways. Jump in a float tank. Yeah, praying at the vestibule. I question if you eat your vegetables. Table veggie eaters over 9,000 bald eagles screeching, circling the steeple, crying out for evil. Praying at the vestibule. I question if you eat your vegetables. Table veggie eaters over 9,000 bald eagles screeching, circling the steeple, crying out for
For example, you could start a conversation off like this. What the hell is your problem? Conflict provides you with the unique opportunity to either repair and strengthen valuable relationships, or identify and remove malignant relationships with minimal damage.
we heavy, grey Scott, hanging out to dry like wet socks off the balcony. Indirect defiance of the rental agreement. Tubes of rust and plumbing are flaking. It feels like gold in our faces seeping. Can't have this seeming like the type of place where the right can't survive and the wrong are left to their own devices to thrive. Twice now we orbit a rare spectacle. Takoyaki's much harder to share when you're the sucker from the tentacle. Harris specs certainly not respectful. I'm just asking you to please eviscerate me gentle. And oh sweet summer human, this ominous humming sounds mutually assured.
You remember fight, flight, or freeze? I suggest that we use a more evolved response to conflict resolution. Something that I like to call compensatory.
Frozen pose as a group, noun of crows acts out just that to one of their own. Between the struggles and moans, I've witnessed the tug of war with bits that used to sit betwixt the rib bones, but which I shiver at that brazen omen. Linger for a single tear's final moment to roll on homeward, more molded by what I've seen than anyone else's morbid dreams. Nevertheless, medical greed, load shedding, a corporate scream in a room built for purpose, Mobius walls of infinite surface, liminal labyrinth got me whirling, dervish, dizzy, nervous, cliff diving for clams. In a climate churlish, an Australian man shazamming tribal chants as we all wait to dance on stolen land with the Tyrrhic amidst a storm of sand. That man's aged hands whispered through folds of fabric, his nails stroked the neck as the strap screams desert magic. Yeah, as the strap screams desert magic. To a Teat and curious with the why the fuck I even bothering with this cannon for the guy. NPC. Pick me, I pre-ordered Pikmin 1 on GC back in 03. Parasitic proximity to paraquat-ridden city, the crumbling edifice of everything. Manifest identity theft, masquerade pest, fascist dog whistle breakfast. Teeth vivid, rust patina of your stained Jesus neck piece. Neck in red wine and Cooper's green, smelling like feet. One day a year ain't exercise, homie, that's defeat. Redemption Shawshank at your fourth hot take as the dirt reverberates. Hate rots in a Romanian prison, an invading system of zoonotic agents crawling up inside your boring partnership, nameless, listless armpit sweat. Macro dosed each meeting, it still wasn't quite there yet. Yeah, macro dosed every meeting and still wasn't quite there.
Never thought I would see such a thing during my lifetime. The aliens are here. The aliens are here.
Living life in fast motion, it's a slippery slope. I skimmed across vast oceans on this rickety boat. The kind of style, ignorant hope, missing the float. Too many greedy, sinister folk. I've never found a proper home, figured out on my own. It's deep inside my bones, not a physical abode. Better believe I stole that throne. The sativa that rose from concrete. From New Orleans to the Philippines, I've been planting seeds. Read this open book of potent memories, receive bespoke opal totems, and watch the 50s, the feast of wild beast. Skewered by belief, effectively, I construct my own everything. Like this message from the edge of irrelevance, irreverent facts. Human, not heaven sent. I'm Zarathustra, spitting obtuse scripture. Yeah, so scribble notes from this teacher. Yeah, the scribble notes from this teacher.
blow up the data centers. Like, I don't, why is that hard? If it's actually going to become what you just described, which is a threat to life, then we have a moral obligation to murder it immediately. And since it's not alive, we don't need to feel bad about that.
It's the unfocused arachnid hidden in the eaves, weaving caffeine-driven missives blown briskly by the breeze, seeding rhythmic competition, spirit fixed on enemies. My spun web dangles a thread of tangled echo. Sunless languid manifestos at the top of rickshaw. The poet to the pixel draped in a boa constrictor. Set before forsaken, it died in the moonlight. Plenty more road taken, I cast shadows to hide behind and shout beats and rhymes from valleys deep and wide. To avoid this rancid frantic abandon of truth, I shout beats and rhymes from valleys deep and wide, designed to frighten and confuse me and you. Titans crushed, mistrust a mirage in the dunes, especially when I'm out here just begging for gin and juice. Set up camp with a view right here. Sativa scented leaf, kefir made fears to disappear. I slide deeper into the
Machines are helpmates. Like, we created them to help us to make our lives better, not to take orders from them. If it's bad for people, then we should strangle it in its grip.
I slide deeper into the abyss, a target that you just can't miss in gravity. Once thought of as flawless, happily floors me with a bum rush of endorphins. It's in a shocking state. This age you're all applauding. Atlas back be broken, my facts Stephen Hawking. He may detect a tiny hint of scorn when a single bottle capping current is the acorn that blossoms into a maze of oak, acres by acres. Some problems you just can't fix. My head aching, just crop out of vacay pics that you be taking.